In this video, I am going to show you how you can deploy TechSmith Snagit as a Win32 app by using Microsoft Intune. That all starts with the installation files. So I am going to assume that you already downloaded the installation files, including the TechSmith deployment tool that you can use to create a custom Snagit installation. In the end, you need to have a folder that contains your MSI to install Snagit, optionally your customization file, and a command line that will eventually be used by Intune to actually install the application. And that command line can be as simple as MSI exec and call the MSI, the customization file, and the parameters that you need. Once you have that available and you have the Intune wrapping tool, you can basically start with the first step, which is wrapping the installation files so they can be used by using Microsoft Intune. So first we need to go to the location in which we have the wrapper tool. Once we've done that, we can start the application, and it will ask us for the location of the source files. Well, we added that to the Snagit folder, so we can add Snagit as the source folder. We have to specify the installation file. So in our case, that's snagit.msi. And we have to add an output folder that will eventually contain the Intune Win file that we can use for deploying it via Microsoft Intune. Well, we started the wrapping process. This might take a couple of minutes, but eventually it will return us with a Intune Win file that we can deploy using Microsoft Intune. Once we've created the Intune Win file, we can continue on with the next step, which is adding the installation to Microsoft Intune. That can be as simple as going to the Intune Admin Center, navigating to apps, navigating to all apps, or you could go to Windows specific, and we can click on select or create a new app. And once we've done that, we can continue on to Windows app as we wrap the installation files into a Win32 package. We can click on select, and that will start the wizard to add the application. We can click on select add package, which will bring us to the navigation to the Intune Win file. We can click on that, and it will automatically populate the information about the installation. Once we've done that, the basic information will already be pre-populated, and we can add some custom details, like a description of the app. We need to add the publisher, and the version number is always a good starting point. After that, you can also add a custom logo. But if we go back to the beginning, it is always important to make sure that your application display name is complete, as that will be available throughout the UI and will help you with easily locating the application. Once we've done all of that, we can go to next, and the program page is one of the main configurations that we need to change. We created a custom installation file, and for that we need to specify that install command file that we created. The uninstall will automatically be detected based on the MSI code, and here we can specify a shorter time, as this is basically the time that it will wait before the installation is finished. So if there are any failures, it might take really long if you leave it on 60 minutes, and the installation usually doesn't take that much time. Besides that, we configure the device restart behavior. We can configure it to no specific action. In the command file, we already specified that it should not reboot automatically. Once we've done that, we can click on next, and we have to specify some requirements. The installation is for x86 and x64 systems, so this prevents from running on different systems. And we have to specify a minimum Windows version that can be used. In my case, Windows 11 24H2. If needed, you can specify additional requirements that meet your organization requirements. Once we click on Next, we have to specify a detection rule, which is basically what Intune uses to determine if the application is installed. We can add a rule, select MSI, and the information about the MSI will automatically be pre-populated. Once we've done that, we can click on Next. We don't have any dependencies for this application, so we click Next. And if you're superseding an older version, this is where you can configure that. In my case, I don't have that, so I click on Next. The assignment is basically what we're going to target the installation to. In this example, I will use all users and click on Next. After that, we can review the configuration that we created. And when that's in line with what you expected, you click on Create to start adding the app to Microsoft Intune.